Have you ever felt it? That sudden chill, not from the wind, but from a thought. The thought that one day, everything just stops. Your breath, your heart, your memories, the light behind your eyes. What comes next? Darkness? Silence? Nothing? We don't talk about it. We scroll past it. We joke to hide it. But deep down, we all feel it. The fear of the one thing that comes for everyone: death. But why does it haunt us so much when we've never even seen it? What if understanding that fear could help us live better? Today we journey into the unknown to ask a question as old as time. Why do we fear death? Fear is not a flaw, it's a feature designed by evolution. Deep inside your brain, in the limbic system, lies a tiny almond-shaped structure, the amygdala. It acts like a smoke detector. The moment it senses danger, real or imagined, it floods your body with adrenaline and cortisol. This fear response is what helped our ancestors survive, avoiding predators, escaping fires, watching the shadows. And death? Death was the ultimate danger. Even simple organisms, like worms or insects, respond to threats. They recoil, they run. It's wired into life itself, from bacteria to humans. So of course we fear death. It's the only thing every living thing has always been trying to avoid. But humans fear more than pain or danger. We fear the idea of ceasing to exist. Psychologists call this existential dread. It's not the process of dying that terrifies us most. It's the concept of not being at all. Imagine, no thoughts, no memories, no presence. According to terror management theory, we develop culture, morality, religion, even fashion to cope with the awareness of our mortality. In one experiment, when participants were reminded of death, they became more patriotic, more religious, more aggressive toward outsiders, all to strengthen their sense of belonging and meaning. Death awareness shapes our values, our fears, our dreams. It's always in the background, silently guiding our decisions. Even things like our obsession with youth, legacy, and fame. They're often subconscious attempts to defy death, to leave something behind. Death hasn't always been a villain. In ancient Egypt, it was a sacred journey to the afterlife, filled with trials, gods, and eventual rebirth. In Tibetan Buddhism, death is part of samsara, the cycle of life and rebirth. Many African tribal cultures view death as a reunion with ancestors, not an end. But in modern Western culture, death is framed as failure, something to be feared, avoided, hidden. Look at media. In movies, death is sudden, violent, dramatic. In video games, it's a reset button. In news cycles, it's tragedy on repeat. The more we fear death, the more profit there is in selling youth, beauty, and false safety. Over time, this constant exposure distorts our view. We stop seeing death as natural and start seeing it as the enemy. But here's the paradox. If we didn't die, would anything really matter? Death is the limit that gives value to everything we do. The ticking clock forces us to choose, to act, to love while we still can. Imagine if you had forever. Would you ever say, "I'm sorry," or "I love you"? Would you take risks? Many philosophers, from the Stoics to existentialists, believe that reflecting on death is the key to a meaningful life. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." Far from being paralyzing, the awareness of death can make us more grateful, more alive, more human. Death isn't just personal, it's woven into the very fabric of our civilization. Look closer and you'll see it everywhere. We build hospitals, not just to heal, but to delay the inevitable. We create cemeteries, ordered landscapes of remembrance, where chaos is softened by flowers and marble. We write laws to preserve life, religions to explain its end. We hold funerals not only to grieve, but to understand, to say this matters. Even war, when as brutal and senseless as it seems, is often justified as a way to protect life by taking it. Holidays like Dia de los Muertos, memorials etched in stone, eternal flames, these are more than traditions. They're how entire societies try to make peace with mortality. Without death, would we bother to preserve history? Would we chase legacy, write books, build cathedrals, or record our thoughts on digital clouds? In a strange way, death is the quiet architect of everything we hold sacred. It teaches us urgency. It teaches us meaning. Maybe everything we create, art, families, cities, dreams, is really just our way of whispering into the void, we were here. We may never fully stop fearing death, but maybe the goal isn't to eliminate the fear, but to understand it, to sit with it quietly, like an old companion. Not as an enemy, but as a reminder that we're human, that we're fragile, and that our time here is limited and therefore sacred. This fear, it's universal. It transcends borders, languages, beliefs. It's what connects a child in Tokyo with an elder in Nairobi, a poet in Lisbon with a nurse in Sao Paulo. We are all aware, deep down, that the clock is ticking, and in that awareness, we are united. Maybe instead of running from it, we can walk beside it, not with despair, but with courage, letting it guide us, not haunt us, because between birth and death lies the only thing we truly own, our story. And every moment, every act of kindness, every risk taken, every word spoken in love is a sentence in that story. When the final chapter comes, and it will, what will it say about you? Will it speak of fear or of curiosity, of holding back or of leaping forward? So when the final chapter comes, will it be a tragedy, a quiet poem, a beautiful, chaotic adventure, a strange comedy? In the end, the ink is yours.